Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. You can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new Icon 1000 Varial jacket, available at RevZilla.com. This is the Varial to my left, staying with the theme of Icon 1000, stealth mode, Batman, under the radar, whatever you want to call it. I'm actually a fan of this. When I first saw it, I thought it would be much more expensive, but it actually comes in around the $300 mark. And if we look at it, it's staying within that same theme and family that we've seen from the Icon 1000 base hawk, where that's going to be a little bit more stretch and leather. This is going to be your premium Brazilian drum-dyed cowhide in your impact areas and on your sleeves, and then a waxed poly or waxed PU coated textile down here along the middle. It's a more classic and refined look. You're going to see that in the body of the jacket. It also has a non-removable hood. So you're really thinking about it from a seasonality standpoint, I would peg it really spring and fall. Bring your own base layers to the party. You have plenty of room to work with based on the cut. It's more of that relaxed fit from Icon, but it's not going to be full mesh, and it also doesn't have any thermal inside of it. So really, you're beefing it up or you're opening some of the vents to get into the more extreme seasons of the year, depending on how you ride. The aesthetic, though, I'm a big fan of, and the price point certainly around the $300 mark, I'm still a big fan of. And as per usual, with so much of your Icon at this point, you're getting D3O elbow, shoulder, as well as back coming stock. Now, quick note on fitment before I get into some of the nuances. High-vis Brian, 6 foot, 195, 42-inch chest. He's going to be wearing a size large. And I mentioned it earlier, you heard me call it out. It's more of that relaxed fit from Icon. Not gonna be sport, not gonna be a tack fit, a little bit more classic in its cut. I think this jacket will look awesome off the bike, casually. You can walk into a bar with it. It doesn't scream moto, it kind of screams more badass. And that's what they were going for here with it. And again, remember, plenty of room to add base layers. Hybrid Brian's an athletic build, but it's not overly svelte on him. You can look at it too, he's wearing the Varial pants. We're gonna shoot a separate video on those. But again, he's wearing a size large in those as well. And they do have leather accents with textile and adjustability. Now, for the jacket itself, use a size chart. Remember, we'll ship free over 39 bucks, and I'd love if you click our logo, subscribe to RevZilla on our YouTube channel, leave me your comments, requests, and your feedback here on this Varial jacket. Again, curious to hear your gut reaction. Now, diving into some of the other things we love about it, right? Big, beefy YKK zips with nice pulls. The hood is going to be a polarizing thing. Some of you love hoods, some of you don't love hoods. Again, if we look at the way that it's done, it doesn't have a magnet or a snap along the back here, so it might flop on you. But what's really cool about this, and Icon, you've been watching our videos for years, notice how these cinches work, right? So you have the ability to cinch down the hood, get it where you want, but then notice the way that this is done. The big pulls that allow you to cinch it or tie it off, they tuck nicely into that little eyelet, that little slit right there. And Icon has lovingly dubbed them the Wrangler danglers. I cannot argue with this. I could not come up with a better name. You love it, High-Vis Brian. We're not even gonna make any more Wrangler danglers jokes. This is a family show. Let's keep moving on. Now, if we look on the chest here, you might expect pockets based on the seasonality curve of this jacket, but what you're really getting is vents. So 2 vents on the front, you're gonna have a single vent above the back protector on the back, again, allowing you to increase the flow of air directly to the body. And you do have a little bit of stretch, and that stretch is gonna give you a little bit of better airflow as well. But remember, they were kind of going for water resistance here and lightweight multi-seasonality. So you'll get some airflow, but dead of the summer, sticky climates, especially in the Northeast, you're probably gonna start to run hot. It really is about your temperature tolerance for how you want to wear this and how you want to stretch the seasonality. Basic hand warmers. If we work our way down, you're going to see where the sleeve terminates. Notice, Brazilian premium cowhide has a matte finish, a light wax. It's nice to the hand. Notice the way it's split with the stretch down here. You get a nice big panel along the forearm, working your way down over top of that D3O. And if we look at the sleeve, I actually like what they've done with the sleeve. Remember, you don't need to wear the monkey paw. It can be a bit of a polarizing option, but it's just a loop to keep things down. But I like the way they integrated. In the humanoid form here, you have your reflective. They could have blacked out that reflective, but again, it adds a little bit of contrast where there's so much black on this jacket. And if we look underneath the arm here, you again have more stretch. The other thing keep in mind as you look at the way this terminates, the bottom of this jacket is using that jersey accordion panel material. Again, very comfortable, gives you that flexibility. It really is a stylish finish, less than a technical finish, knowing that this jacket is really meant to be on the bike, off the bike. Turn face away from me there, HVB. If he lifts his arm, you're gonna see that stretch continue. Shoulder blade all the way down the side, and then again, you get more stretch down here along the seat. It's more self-adjusting versus a positive snap. Turn backwards for me there, HVB, and if we look at the back, big panel of reflectivity. Remember, no snap down on the hood and no removability. We called that out earlier, and there is your big vent along the back. But the nice part is if you invest in the Varial jacket, you're not going to have to buy a secondary back protector. It comes stock covered in the cost of this. You get CE level 1 molecular back protection. It is one of the nice things. I don't talk about it as much these days because it's so ubiquitous, but we see D3O molecular armor in so many places, and it really is one of the rock solid gold standards within the armor realm in motorcycling for a CE level 1 molecular but affordable armor that really steps up the CE rating, or steps up that CE level of comfort, but also protection to the next level. And you can see how this comes down and gives you a little bit of a drop seat. So if you're in the 3/4 versus the tuck, or even upright, you're going to get a great amount of coverage when you're riding. I could definitely see somebody on like something like a Ducati Multistrada that could be potentially rocking this jacket. Come back around to the front for me there. If we open it up, I was actually expecting to see a satin core liner, as Icon typically does, which is going to be their mesh liner, but it is a basic mesh liner. So again, no satin core, no thermal. Add your own mid and base layers to beef it up. And around the collar, outside of the mesh-lined hood, you still have that great micro fleece on the interior. Now, we'll call this jacket water resistant, not tape seams, no waterproof membrane. If you get caught with a cloudburst, you're gonna be fine. There's some DWR, which would be that direct water repellency layer, and some PU coating here that's gonna shed water, but anything more than a couple minute downpour, a couple minute cloudburst, and you're gonna get wet. It's going to get through the jacket. It's meant to be water resistant, not waterproof. So keep that in mind when you're thinking through this. And by all means, make sure you check out the Base Hawk jacket, which is really kind of that stretch shell. It's the stretch armored soft shell version of this from Icon 1000 as well. The next step in your journey, though, is to click the info button, your desktop, your mobile device. Visit the product detail page at RevZilla.com. Read other rider reviews. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship free over $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Remember, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Stay up to date with our opinion, latest and greatest in the moto universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.